Okay, this is a great question, and it's one of those ones that your teachers always love because it takes what seems so easy and we just turn it around a little bit and we ask it in a slightly different way just to make sure that you are totally okay with the idea. So this is one of those. We've got the average rate of change of a function of f between the points 3 and 4 and between the points 5 and a, and we've been told it is equal to a half. Determine the value of a. Right, so you need to think very carefully about what is being said here. The average rate of change. Okay, now up until now we've realized that to work out your average rate of change, it's very simply your change in y over your change in x, okay? But they're telling us that the average rate of change is equal to a half, okay? Now up until now, every single one we've done, we actually found the gradient or the rate of change. Now they're telling me the rate of change, and what I'm needing to do is to find the missing variable a. Okay, now you know what, if they swap it around like this, just in your head start kind of piecing it together and say, okay, it's average gradients, and I know for average gradients I need to work with my gradient formula. Okay, so it's probably a good idea to start there. So average gradient requires me to do my y1 minus y2 over x1 minus x2, okay? Then you're going to say, okay, so that's average gradient, that's what I've got to work with. And they've told me that the average gradient is actually equal to a half. Well, if that's the case, then I'm going to make my change in y over change in x equal to a half, because that is the average gradient. Okay, right? Oh, super, good. Now they've given me two variables. They gave, or two coordinate points at least. They gave me 3 and 4, and they gave me 5 and a. All right. And obviously what I'm going to have to do is call this x1 and y1, x2 and y2. And I'm going to sub them into the equation. All right. So therefore we have got a half equals y1 minus y2, there's your a value, over x1 minus x2, and then from there we are just simplifying. So we still have a 4 minus a, but down below we have a negative 2. I'm going to multiply negative 2 up on the other side, which means I'm landing up with negative 2 times 1, which is just negative 2, over 2 is equal to 4 minus a. Negative 2 over 2 is negative 1, which equals 4 minus a, and we solve for a. So we're getting negative 5 equals negative a, and finally 5 is your missing value for a. Okay, so just break it down in your head for yourself. Always, always go back to the basics, okay? So if they've mentioned average gradient, this is your basics. That's what you need to kind of build everything on, because that is average gradient. Okay, right, there we go. So now we've given that a start. Now we're going to have a look at, instead of working out the gradient between 2 points, what happens if those 2 points move together and become 1 point? And this is now going to open up the whole world of differential calculus to us. So we will see you in the next very exciting video introducing derivatives.